Hi guys, John here, Mr. Forex Fire. So again, I'm not officially getting into my live trading until around about the 13th. I'm going to let obviously today and then next week to surpass. But we're going to continue to look at any opportunities that could have arisen during our fire entry systems. Okay, so let's take a look at the CAD JPY. Let's just see if I can have a look at the CAD JPY. See if I can get this on. Just bear with me, guys. I'll press the wrong button. Um, get this back on the share. Right, so here we are. Right, so we can see key levels from yesterday after the expansion from the 2nd of January, coming out the Asian and the London. Okay, we've broken through the Asian low today. So as we've broken through the Asian low, we're on the 15-minute now. The 15-minute is our anchor. Okay, so we're going to go from the low up to the high. Okay, we've come back into 50% of the anchor. Okay, 50%. We secured the anchor points. We're now going to move to the 5-minute. The 5-minute is the simplest part. We are looking for a separation candle. Did we get it from where we touched here and up on the top? Well, you can clearly see there was 3 candles there, 3 candles of separation. So that tells us the momentum volatility or volume is not that strong for it to basically, after it touches the top of here, to instantly touch this on the first candle to then break down the bottom of here. So I can move it confidently down to the 1 minute. Okay, so we're going to go to the trigger point. Now, what we're looking for a trigger point, because we're looking for a buy. Okay, we just move this along here. We're looking for a buying condition. So because we're looking for a buy and you're looking for selling pressure, okay, so you're looking for a bearish candle, but you want it to be succeeded by a bullish engulfing. Okay, so this is what we're looking for after we touch here. And we can see we get it here. Okay, and in fact, I think the best solution for this, because we didn't get a close of candle on the 50%, your best position would be obviously doing it from a close of candle on the 50%, not a wick. You need a close of candle. Okay, so we're looking for a bearish candle followed by a bullish engulfing. So we had bearish here, but there wasn't bullish engulfing. We had bearish and bearish, and then a third bearish. Okay, then there was a bullish engulfing right here. Let's just see what would have happened if we ended on this here with the position just below the swing of the low. You need a 1 to 2. Your 1 to 2 would be around about that area there. We'll swing this out. Have we hit a 2% yet? Not quite. However, we can see from an area of a possible 1% or take partial, okay, you can see we've hit that area. Okay, what we'll do is we'll take this up to the 5 minutes and we'll continue to monitor this. This would have been a 1%, and again a possible area for a take partial, or maybe even move your SL to break even, so again, their choices down the road. We'll go from that. We'll have a look at the GU and we'll have a look at the EU. Okay, so we'll just come into this. 15, that's a 75, that's a 15-minute we want to look at. All right, so we've broken out of the high of this here. Okay, and again, we can see displacement coming back in. body closing to 50% on the anchor. Let's go to the 5 minute. Now we're going to see what would have happened on the 5 minute. Was there a separation? There was separation on this, to be fair. So, right, this is interesting. So this could have been an entry, but at the same time, it could have been a loss, you know. So again, we're coming into here. You're looking for the 1 minute trigger. We know there was separation, so we can get that. Again, you're not always going to win on these. So because you're looking for a sell, guys, you're looking for a bullish candle, but then you need it to be preceded by a bearish engulfing. Okay, so we'll get this out. That's what we're looking for. So you're looking for a bullish candle and bearish engulfing. Right, so this is interesting. So there's a bullish candle there. There's a bearish engulfing. So that would have been an entry there. Your stop loss would have been just above that. You need a 1 to 2. There's a winning trade, guys. So even though this come close to touching, okay, I just need to run through this because this is fantastic. This, to be fair, we broke out the Asian high. We also broke out the New York EM session from yesterday. Okay, so we know that this is the break of structure, the key level. We wait for the displacement to come back in. Again, this is just showing you how good this system is. You mark this up. You've got this here to this here. Okay, you're coming back in. You've touched 50%. Okay, of the pullback into here. Okay, you're going from that anchor point, you take it to the 5 minute, and you're looking for the candles being separation. There's clearly separation candles there, but the volume picked up a little once we came back into touch into this. Okay, so again, you take it down to the 1 minute condition, and we can see we didn't get the bullish candle into the bearish engulfing until we came to here, even after this touch, you know. So again, super tight entry, but at the same time, 2%, you know, in and out pretty quick. And if we go to the higher time frames, okay, you can obviously trigger down to a true day open. There's a 1 to 5.5. You could go down to the London low. It's a 1 to 7.44, or you could even go down to the Asian, which is 1 to 8, you know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have this down to maybe the true day open, 1 to 5.5. I'll continue to monitor that because after all, the 2%'s been hit on that. So 2% has been hit. So we'll mark that up as 2% has hit. Looking for true day touch for 5.5%. Okay, so that's why I've extended this. We'll see if it does that, but just remember this has actually hit 2%. We're going to go to the Euro USD and we'll just see if anything has touched on this. Okay, the Euro USD. We'll just do this. We can see that this one, we did break out of the Asian, okay, but during the London, we're coming outside of the box now, so I technically wouldn't be looking to enter in on this, and this is clearly why. We can see we're in the midst of coming towards the New York session, and we were out of the kill zone time, okay? So the Euro USD is a no-go. We can see that there is a possible entry on this, the 50%, and basically this is before 12 o'clock as well. So anything after 11, like half 11 to 12, I wouldn't really be looking for an entry. So this is still a valid entry on that one that we've just set up here. Okay, so possible 5.5% on this. There is a 2% hit on that. The CAD JPY, again, there's a 1% being triggered. with a possible take partial. So we'll just keep an eye on these two. We'll see how they go, and I'll be back in a short while, guys. All right, so there's the answer to the card JPY. We didn't get to the 2%, but a good possible 1%. Again, you could have had the 1% here, in fairness, where you could have taken a partial, so you're not in this for too long, and then you could have been out of break even. So you could have took out of that 1%, maybe half of it off. So you could have gotten a 0.5% win, and then obviously out of break even, you know. So maybe 0.5% success on that one. The GU, which we're watching at the moment, remember 2% was hit. However, we're looking at this true day open. Okay. From an aspect of where it's been, it's already touched it multiple times today. So it might be a little bit iffy on this one, to be fair. But again, 2% has been touched already on this trade. It got it around about here earlier on. But we're just going to see if it can reach to the true day again, where it will give 5.5%. Again, from an aspect of the halfway point, it's already been to the halfway point. So that there, okay, that there, your 5.5 divided by 2 to half, that would have been a 2.75. Okay, so that there would have been a 2.75% winner. Going on the aspect of what we're looking at the minute, so that's 2.75%. You could be looking at take partial at break entry. I should not take partial. You could be saying take partial, get you out. So if you took half of this 5.5% target off, you could have banked at least a 2.75%. Again, it's still in play because what we're looking at is, where's the brush? Can't see if we're looking at it where we are. But we'll just get this on. As we're coming down, we haven't really hit the entry level again. So again, it's still in play. So you could have banked at 2.75%. Okay. And unless it either hits that to get you out at just above break even, then it will just be 2.75. There is a target of 5.5 altogether. I'm just going to let the video go. We'll see what happens, which one it touches first, though, guys. Again, I'm doing these just to show you a little run through and setups of what you can and could have entered, what you can get, and what was the possibility. Okay, so I'll go back onto the share screen and then I'll pause the video. I'll be back in a short while, guys. Look at this, guys. The target backed out of the true day has just hit the 5.5% thereabouts. We just needed a little bit more of a drop. It's as good as hit that, to be fair. We'll see if the drop comes. I'm probably going to reverse and tease a bit more, to be fair. Just get rid of this. So obviously there was a possible of a partial there. We'll get rid of that. We'll just see if this breaks through or touches down towards that true day open. It's as good as a 5.5%. There's a good 5% at least anyway, guys. What I'm going to do, because I've got to get stuff ready for the wife getting them from work. You can see here a good setup. Got this setup from earlier on this afternoon, heading into the NYEM session. Okay, we're heading in towards the NYEM session, I should say. Now we've just done this during the London time frame. I just want to see what's going to come down and touch into that for us. Another minute or so just to see if it will break and touch. There we go, guys. 5.5% on this. The CAD JPY, it did do a 1%, but then it reversed on us. So a good 6.5% there, showing you what's happened today. Okay. Again, fantastic system. We've got good parameters in place to protect what you can grab from a partial aspect when it does the halfway targets. I hope you're finding this useful. Again, give me a shout out if you want to know more. It will be going into the Discord, and I shall catch you all later, guys.